12 hidden signs a woman is sexually attracted to you. There's this woman who's hard to understand. She touches you gently and bites her lips when she talks, but it's not clear if she's sexually interested or if that's just how she behaves. To help you figure it out, here are 12 hidden signs that a woman might be sexually attracted to you. She can't stop looking at you. It doesn't matter what you're doing or how you look, she just can't help but stare at you. Even if you catch her looking and she quickly looks away to be polite, her eyes will keep coming back to you. When people are thinking about something or someone, their eyes tend to gravitate towards that object of their thoughts. Her frequent gaze towards you indicates that you are on her mind. And let's be honest, it's hard for her to resist checking you out. She bites her lips when you're around. Lip biting is often associated with sexuality, and for a good reason. It's a natural response to feeling aroused, just like fidgeting indicates nervousness and furrowing brows shows frustration. So when she bites her lips while looking at you, it's a sign you should pay attention to. It means she's interested in you, not just as a friend. There's something about you that makes her desire a more intimate connection, whether it's your personality, voice, body, or a combination of those factors and more. However, it's important to note that lip biting can also be a sign of discomfort. But it's usually easy to differentiate between discomfort and genuine interest. If she's feeling uneasy, her gaze would wander and she wouldn't focus on anyone in particular. But if she likes you, she'll be looking directly at you as if to convey, "I can't wait to be intimate with you in this way." She wears a seductive fragrance. Be cautious when interpreting this sign. Generally, women wear fragrances not necessarily because they're actively seeking a romantic partner, but because they enjoy smelling good. To determine if this is a sign of attraction, you should reflect on your previous dates with her. Do you remember her wearing a strong perfume during your initial outings? If she now puts more effort into her appearance and wears alluring fragrances after getting to know you better, it could indicate that she is intentionally trying to catch your attention. However, it's crucial to consider the context. For instance, if your first 2 dates were casual, such as meeting at a relaxed coffee shop or going to a county fair, it might not be expected for her to wear a strong fragrance. On the other hand, if your 3rd date takes place at a fancy Italian restaurant, it would be more appropriate for her to wear such a fragrance. Regardless of the context, the important thing is that she is still putting in the effort to capture your attention. She finds reasons to touch you. When you're hanging out together, she might sit close enough to you that you accidentally touch, or she might casually brush her hand against yours while reaching for something. These touches might seem natural, but they're a clear sign that she desires you if they happen often. But be careful not to assume every touch means she's attracted to you. Sometimes touching can be accidental with no sexual meaning behind it. Don't read too much into every single touch. Also, pay attention to signs that she's not into you. If you sit close enough to touch her and she moves away, it means she's uncomfortable and not attracted to you. Remember, it's important to look at a combination of signals, both what she says and how she acts, to understand her level of interest. Good communication and a genuine connection are important when it comes to interpreting physical contact. When she's around you, she can't seem to sit still. You notice that she's constantly filled with restless, nervous energy. Now, restlessness alone may not hold much significance. It's possible that she has personal issues causing anxiety in her life. However, it becomes a sign when this restlessness is consistent, especially if you observe her playing with her hair or crossing and uncrossing her legs. These behaviors, such as hair playing and leg crossing, carry sexual undertones in body language. They are clear indicators that she is sexually attracted to you, revealing her desires. It's important to be attentive to these signals and recognize the patterns of her behavior. By paying close attention to her body language, you can gain insights into her level of attraction and interest in you. She starts the conversation. If a woman actively engages in conversation with you and consistently initiates contact, it could be a sign that she is sexually attracted to you. However, it's important to consider the context. If you happen to be lingering around her workspace, her initiation of conversation might simply be a gesture of politeness. On the other hand, in social settings, if she is making an effort to talk to you, it can be a strong indicator of interest. Nevertheless, it's crucial to read the situation accurately. Just because she starts a conversation doesn't automatically mean she wants a romantic or sexual relationship. It could be that she's simply looking to make a new friend. Instead of projecting your desires onto the situation, focus on actively listening to what she has to say. Pay attention to her conversational style, as she may naturally engage in flirtatious banter with everyone, or she could be specifically signaling her interest in you. She asks you to come over, but don't think it automatically means you'll have sex, and don't assume that right away. It just means she's okay with you hanging out with her at her place. Don't try to make a move too quickly. Instead, see it as a chance to relax together and build trust. Once she trusts you, she might make a move herself. She's comfortable talking about sex. You have a close relationship where discussing sexuality is not an issue. Perhaps you met in a chat room for casual encounters, so talking about sexual topics was never a problem from the start. Due to this openness, you and the other person might engage in overtly sexual conversations without realizing there's more to it than meets the eye. You playfully flirt and tease each other, assuming it's all part of your usual banter. Deep down, she might want to confess her feelings for you, but is afraid that doing so could push you away. For now, she cherishes the intimacy you both share, and if you happen to catch on to her true feelings and reciprocate, then that's even better. She mirrors your body language. One way to tell if a woman is sexually attracted to you is if she copies your body language. For example, if you lean in towards her and she leans in towards you, it could mean she's interested in you. However, it's important to consider other factors as well. In a noisy environment, she may simply be trying to hear you better and not necessarily showing attraction. It's crucial to pay attention to her behavior. If she consistently mirrors your movements, it's a subconscious sign that she's interested in you. For instance, if you touch your face and she does the same, or if you turn your body towards her and she responds by turning towards you, it's a strong indication of attraction. She may come up with excuses to spend time alone with you. Perhaps she'll ask you to walk her home or request your help in fixing her computer. Usually, these actions don't hold any significant meaning, and they shouldn't be automatically assumed to do so. However, if she consistently finds ways to be alone with you, it's clear that she simply wants to have that private time together. She enjoys the way you make her feel, and that's why she seeks your company. Being alone with you also has an added advantage. It gives her the opportunity to create a romantic atmosphere, potentially inviting you to share intimate moments at her place or openly express her interest in you. She jokingly asks you for advice about sex. You two are close enough that you can have honest conversations. Maybe she thinks you see her only as a friend, so she feels confident enough to talk about sex and even ask for tips. Her approach might be indirect, posing questions such as, "What can I do to please a man?" or "What are the things that excite guys?" While you may feel inclined to respond with something like, "Every man is different," she already knows that. What she genuinely desires is to understand your preferences and learn how to satisfy you. Alternatively, if she possesses a more bold and teasing nature, she might directly ask, "What arouses you?" This directness reflects her comfort level and willingness to explore intimate aspects of your connection. She stays awake just to continue talking with you. It's well past her bedtime and she even has work to do the next day. However, she disregards these concerns and keeps texting you, seemingly without a care. When you suggest that she should be going to bed, she brushes it off as if it's not a big deal. Even when she says goodnight, she doesn't actually leave the conversation. She remains there, engaged in chatting with you, gradually growing more and more tired with each text until she eventually falls asleep. Alternatively, if you prefer phone calls, she would be there, attentively listening to you talk until she drifts off to sleep, comforted by the sound of your voice. People don't engage in this behavior without reason. The fact that she does this with you speaks volumes about how much she enjoys your company, how she values being around you, and how strongly attracted she is to you. It wouldn't be surprising if she eventually invites you to come over to her place, even if it's well past midnight, just so you can have a face-to-face conversation. If you liked today's video, please give us a like and subscribe for more content like this.